What's going on? What's going on? All right, so you know what time it is. You know what rhyme it is. I'd appreciate if you subscribe and hit the like button as well, and drop a comment and let me know what you guys think about today's topic. So what I basically wanted to address today, a lot of people are getting this information wrong, which I find is surprising because a lot of these channels that are reporting on this are pretty reputable, whatever the fuck you want to call it. They're pretty reliable when it comes to information. So my thing is like the whole Colin Kaepernick situation. There's like people that jump into conclusions that they don't really have all the facts, it seems like. So starting from the beginning, we already know that there was a settlement between the NFL and Colin Kaepernick. That's common knowledge. They settled between, I think they said it was between $1 and $10 million. They didn't say the exact amount, but it was a pretty considerable amount of money. So they basically settled out, which means he had dropped the lawsuit. All right. So then we get news last week. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, Tuesday. There was information put out to basically the media. And what was interesting about that, the NFL sanctioned a workout, or they approved of, or they basically, told some of their people to go take a look at this guy, Colin Kaepernick. And this was Tuesday, but they didn't contact him directly. They basically put it out there for the media, which was weird because, if you want somebody to come to a workout or something like that, then you would hit them up directly. You would hit their managers or whoever up directly, but that wasn't the case. So Colin Kaepernick basically contacts him and tells him, all right, I'll be there Saturday, even though it seems as though Saturday is not the standard time to have a workout or a tryout or something of that nature. It's usually Tuesdays, from what my understanding is because a lot of these NFL coaches and the heads and basically all the important people that need to be there, these guys are on the road on Saturday playing out of town games. These guys are all on the move to make these W's. So you don't have people just standing around like that. So Tuesdays, there's not really any NFL action going on. So that's usually when that happens. Scouts and all that stuff, they come out along with head coaches and along with the team owners. They come out and they basically scout the guys and they, have an idea of who they might want to grab. So what ends up happening is he calls the NFL back on a line, I believe, and says who's going to be the receivers. So they don't want to tell him who the receiver is going to be. So he's like, well, I don't have no idea who I'm throwing to. Any NFL quarterback who plays a game usually throws to the same people. It's not a surprise who he's going to be throwing to. So, well, can I bring my own receivers? So the NFL says, all right, you can bring your own receivers. All right, so they get that out the way. I believe this is Thursday or Friday when they had that conversation. And then they were saying that we need you to sign this contract. You got 2 hours to respond to sign this contract. So basically the contract has stated that he can't have any of his own media there recording the workout, which basically leaves all kinds of openings for the NFL to fuck him over, which is, sky's the limit when you do some shit like that. Anything can be done at that point. You can basically put out any kind of footage to smear him and sway him in your direction, or sway him away from your direction, or to sway the narrative in your direction, rather. So like that's basically one of the things that was there. So you had that particular topic, and then you had they were basically saying, hey, look, you can bring your own receivers, but you can't bring your own media. You can't sue us if you don't get picked up, or for any future references at all. You can't sue the NFL at all, which is very unusual because, that's not normally standard in an NFL contract. They basically specially made that shit for him. And then on top of that, they were basically saying, hey, you know what, as far as this is not a guarantee that you're going to get a job. This is not promised that you'll get on the team. So it just seems as though there was a whole bunch of question marks. So Colin Kaepernick says, well, I'm not going in. Fuck that. You gave me 2 hours to respond to a bullshit contract you wouldn't even have gave anybody else. And then on top of that, you guys are telling me that I got 2 hours to respond to that, and then I got to show up and play by your rules and trust you with footage I don't even know if you're going to basically put out honestly. Man, listen, if you have any kind of workout or something like that, nothing's going to be 100%. You might throw 95 passes dumb accurate. You might throw 95, but you might have 5 you dropped. You might have 5 you didn't throw right. You might have 5 that you just completely fucked up. And those 5 are fucking around to be the ones all over the news. Like this motherfucker wanted to get a job with the NFL. He can't even throw a ball. And these 5 passes are all over the place. Meanwhile, they don't show the other 95 you threw that were dead accurate. They show the 5 where you either lost your footing or you threw the ball incorrectly or something like that. And this is something Tom Brady even does. He makes mistakes himself, and he's supposed to be the best quarterback in the league from what I understand. I'm hearing about Lamar Jackson. I don't really watch NFL right now. I boycotted that shit 2 years ago. But I mean, you know, you still hear shit. I see shit on my timeline all the time. But I mean, Tom Brady's supposed to be, from what I understand, the best quarterback in the NFL. That motherfucker still makes mistakes. He's been making mistakes since I was watching. Yeah, he's still a human at the end of the day. So, and that just leaves too much air for the NFL to do some fuck shit. And I can see the NFL doing some shit like that. Like, look, all right, look, let's take these 5 passes and let's drag this man to hell. You know, then on top of that, like, yo, not being able to sue the NFL, you can fuck around and have somebody literally, they can literally be putting money on this guy's head. Like, look, throw this dude in for, you know, a few snaps second quarter, and we're gonna pay this dude to take his fucking legs out. We're gonna pay this dude a big sum of money to break his fucking legs. And and look, hey, look, you can't sue us because we paid this dude to break your fucking legs. And you know, that it's just too much room for bullshit, man. And like, I mean, that's supposed to be illegal anyway, to basically pay somebody or put money on somebody's career. But I mean, at the end of the day, you can't sue for that shit. That shit can happen. It's just too much. There's too much of a gray area, and a sport as dangerous as the NFL, there's no fucking way I would assign my life over to that bullshit. Now, I understand what's going on with the Colin Kaepernick thing. Personally, I think he wants to get in on his own terms, but let's be real here. The NFL's not going to have that shit. And let's not think for 1 second that the NFL is not hurting. The reason they hired Jay-Z is supposed to be a consultant for public relations or whatever the fuck it was, African-American public relations, which is a complete sham. But the reason they even hired him is because they're concerned about that shit. So obviously they're losing money. I mean, this is common sense. Anytime a corporation gives a fuck about the way they're seen as the public, in the public eye, they're losing money somewhere. And they know they're losing money. Let's not get it confused. Corporations give a shit about how much money they're getting. I mean, this is only common sense. A lot of people boycotted the NFL, and a lot of people such as myself and a few others I've been talking to still boycott. We still don't fuck with the NFL. And that's going to be the case. But man, don't think for 1 second the NFL doesn't give a fuck about how they're seen, because they're losing money. They're definitely losing money. So, I mean, you know, I don't know if the ratings are down, I don't know if the merchandise is down, but they're feeling a sting somewhere. Otherwise, they wouldn't even hire Jay-Z. There'd be no point. For what? Hire him for what? We don't give a shit. We're the NFL. We're making all the fucking money. So, I mean, you know, you got guys that are in charge of looking at how much money is is coming in versus how much was put out versus how much was got last year because of this incident or this incident or this incident. What affected us negatively? What can we possibly do to push us in the right direction to get that revenue back? This is all about money, man. So I don't think it's going to be a situation where Colin Kaepernick going to be able to bully the NFL into anything, because the NFL, you know, these motherfuckers basically operate one way and they do it the way they want to do it. And there's no way you can really physically force them to do it any other way. So, I mean, I really think this at the end of the day is going to be another lawsuit from Colin Kaepernick, which he will win. And he's going to continue to fuck with him. If they continue to fuck with his money, he's going to continue to fuck with theirs. And I think that's the game plan. So, I mean, I also think part of that settlement was to give this guy a workout. I think that was part of the settlement they agreed upon for real. So, I mean, I'd be willing to bet that a lot of that shit was basically agreed upon behind closed doors. Like, look, all right, look, we're going to give you this undisclosed amount of money and we're going to give you a workout. How about that? And then when they didn't go over the details of the workout, of course they didn't, because they just wanted to get some shit done. And they were like, all right, well, look, we can go ahead and do this and this and this and this and this. That way, if he does go in there and kill that workout, which he did, anybody who saw the footage of when he was working out at that high school, he killed the workout. I mean, dude was throwing passes like a fucking Super Bowl NFL quarterback, which he is. So, I mean, I saw that footage. He was throwing basically passes and they were being caught. You know, his timing looked accurate. He still has a mean arm. The shit was impressive. You even had a few representatives from the NFL say, yo, the footage was impressive. And it was. Like, but the thing was, the NFL couldn't be caught with that pants down. They couldn't have him come to that workout with his own press and his own media, or have like any other media outlets come in. Him kill that workout, like completely body that workout, and then they still not hire him. That would have been too obvious that they were fucking around. But I mean, they instead tried to hand him this bullshit contract, which he refused to sign, so that they could say, oh, well, he doesn't want to play. But see, the thing you're not calculating is this contract was bullshit, and everybody who read the contract or heard about what happened with the contract and the scenario, everybody knows it was fucking bullshit. So I mean, it's just gonna be interesting to see how this shit plays out, man. So those are the facts I wanted to put out there that a lot of people seem to be missing. You know, we saw the footage of when he said he's ready to play. All he asked for was transparency, and which the contract he was given or situation he was given was not transparent. Therefore, it was not reliable. Therefore, he didn't want any part of it. I really can't blame him. Like I said, a physical sport like the NFL, bro, where somebody can come truck you and knock your fucking legs off your body, I would be very, very careful with what I signed. And that's what dude's doing. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section, man. How you guys feel about this whole entire topic? You know, drop a comment, let me know. Of course, if you can subscribe, even if you can share it, that'd be cool too. And let me know what you guys think. Meanwhile, I gotta go handle some stuff. You guys have a nice one. Peace out.